The swinging 60s. What actually happened to the free love movement? Well, according to my co-author, this is what led to its downfall. I challenge you to listen to it and think of the modern context. Are we going through a repetition of the swinging 60s? Where, in the downfall, are we now? 1. The rise of consequence. STDs and the AIDS crisis. By the late 1970s and into the 1980s, the emergence of sexually transmitted diseases, especially HIV/AIDS, cast a shadow over the ideal of uninhibited sexual freedom. What was once framed as liberation became associated with risk, fear, and mortality. The myth of consequence-free intimacy with shattered eros now required discernment. Does this sound familiar? In recent years, there has been an increase in HIV and STI infections in Miami, Atlanta, and Texas. Keep listening, though. 2. Feminist critique. Consent and exploitation. Second-wave feminists began to critique the free love ethos, arguing that it often served male desire more than mutual liberation. Women's bodies were commodified under the guise of freedom, and consent became blurred in communal or polyamorous settings. The movement's promise of equality was undermined by power imbalances and emotional fallout. Again, does this sound familiar? Let's keep going. I promise this is the last time I'll interject. You'll see why shortly. 3. Cultural shift, from counterculture to conservatism. The 1980s ushered in a political and moral backlash, with the rise of conservative leaders and religious movements. The pendulum swung toward family values, monogamy, and moral order, rejecting the perceived chaos of the previous decade. Free love became a relic romanticized by some, vilified by others. 4. Media and commodification. The counterculture was absorbed into mainstream media, turning rebellion into fashion. Sexual liberation was no longer sacred. It was marketed, stripped of its spiritual or philosophical depth. The movement lost its mythic edge, becoming spectacle rather than sacrament. 5. Spiritual disillusionment. Many seekers found that freedom without covenant led to fragmentation, not fulfillment. Eastern mysticism and psychedelic visions gave way to existential fatigue, a longing for rootedness, not just release. The altar of autonomy could not satisfy the soul's deeper hunger for meaning, fidelity, and sacred love. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave that there for you. To chew the cud. What do you think? Is history repeating itself? Let me know in the comments. A like would be nice too.